Well, it's actually a great argument for pure research, because we didn't start out to do a search engine at all. In late 1995, I started collecting the links on the web, because my advisor and I decided that would be a good thing to do. And we didn't know exactly what I was going to do with it. But it seemed like no one was really looking at the links on the web, which pages link to which pages. And computer scientists love big graphs. And this is like, right now it has like 5 billion edges and, 2 billion nodes. So it's a huge graph. And I figured I could get a dissertation and do something fun and perhaps practical at the same time, which is really what motivates me. And so anyway, I started off by reversing the links, and then I wanted to find, basically say, who links to the Stanford homepage? And there's 10,000 people who link to Stanford. And then the question is, well, which ones do you show? So you can only show 10. And we ended up with this way of ranking links based on the links. And then we were like, wow, this is really good. It ranks things like, in the order you'd expect to see them. Stanford would be first. You can take universities and just rank them, and they come out in the order you'd expect. And so we thought, this is really interesting. This thing really works. We should use it for search. And so I started building a search engine, and Sergey also came on very early, probably in late 95 or early 96, and was really interested in the data mining part. And basically we thought, we should be able to make a better search engine this way, because search engines didn't really understand the notion of, which pages were more important. If you type Stanford, you get sort of random pages that mention Stanford. This obviously wasn't going to work. It obviously wasn't going to scale. Artificial intelligence would be the ultimate version of Google. So if we had the ultimate search engine, it would understand everything on the web. It would understand, exactly what you wanted, and it would give you the right thing. And that's obviously artificial intelligence. It would be able to answer any question, basically, because almost everything is on the web, right? And so we're nowhere near doing that now. However, we can get incrementally closer to that, and that's basically what we work on. And that's tremendously interesting from an intellectual standpoint, right? We have all this data. If you printed out our index, it would be 70 miles high now. We have all this computation. We have about 6,000 computers. So we have a lot of resources available. That we have enough disk space to store like 100 copies of the whole web. So you have a really interesting sort of confluence of a lot of different things, right? A lot of computation, a lot of data that didn't used to be available. And from an engineering scientific standpoint, building things to make use of this is a really interesting intellectual exercise. So I expect to be doing that for a while. On the other hand, I do have a lot of other interests as well. I'm really interested in transportation and sustainable energy, and sort of for fun, I invent things on the side, but I don't really have time to follow up on them.